Hello, this is Nancy of Yoga Journeys, and for today's journey, we are taking it to the wall. So the entire practice will be with our legs up the wall and our bodies on the mats. Okay? Now, getting up with the legs up the wall is not entirely graceful. The best way to do it is to get your hip as close to the wall as you can. Okay? And then leaning back and swinging your legs around. And once you get there, your sit bones will be a bit away from the wall. So just use your elbows to kind of scooch, scooch, scooch to try to bring your sit bones as close to the wall as possible. Okay. And from there, let the feet be about hip width apart. Let the arms come out to the side. Lots of space. Maybe just sway the toes from side to side. And just begin to breathe. Notice how the blood is moving out of your feet. We have so little chance as we get older to get our feet above our heads. Well, here's our opportunity. Now let's bring some attention to our head placement. A lot of times when we're on the mat in this position, we tend to jut our chin up toward the sky. Let's just gently draw that chin in. Notice how the back of the head slides as we draw the chin in. And then from here, just release the jaw completely. Let it be like a goofy jaw. Let it hang back in toward the gravity. Just come into the breath. Come into the moment. Completely inhabit this experience. So if the mind wants to run away and plan dinner for tonight or something, just bring it right back to the breath. Bring it back to all the little sensations of the body. What kind of sensations arise in the legs when we're here? What kind of sensations are in the back of the body, the belly? What does the face feel like right now? What is it doing? See if we can just, on the next exhale, release everything. Sigh it out. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're just going to drop that left leg out to the side. Keep the right leg extended up toward the sky. And see if we can come to about 90 degrees with the legs. If this is no way, we can put some couch cushions or something under that lower leg. Find the connection with the sit bones in the wall. Press into the heels. If you'd like to find a little opposition here, we can reach up overhead with the left hand. And then release the feet. We're letting gravity do a lot of our opening here. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So let's bring the arms back to a T. Bring both feet up to the sky. Let's give a little bounce with the knees. And then drop the right leg out. Bring it to the ground. Let the other leg press up toward the sky. And we're going to practice with flexing and pointing our feet. And just exploring how that feels. What happens to the sensations. And then come into stillness. Reach up overhead with that right arm if it serves you. Now in this pose, the left hip is slightly lifted. We're resting mostly on that right hip. Again, notice what the jaw is doing. Let it go goofy. Send the breath right down to the connection of the sit bones against the wall. And as you exhale, find that descent, find that surrender into gravity. Inhale here. Exhale, let's bring that other leg up to meet. Let's give them a little shake. Let's sway the ankles from side to side. Bring the arms back to a T. We're going to do a few pelvic rocks. I'm going to take off my socks for this so I can make sure my feet stay grippy. Okay. So let's bring the hands down alongside our bodies, our fingertips touching the wall. Separate the feet about hip width apart. And just as we inhale, we're going to roll onto the soles of the feet. Notice how that lifts the hips, but knees get bent. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, roll up. Shoulders, upper body, so heavy. Exhale, release. Inhale to press up. And let's hold a breath here. We're tucking our tailbone, pressing into the wall. Notice how the lower body feels. Notice how that stimulates some of the muscles in the legs. And find the peace despite the stimulation. Inhale here, and exhale, lower down. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees come wide. We're in Baddha Konasana on the wall. So scoot yourself in if your tailbone and if your sits bones have come away from the wall. Okay, and now option to just stay right here. Maybe you can guide your knees toward the wall. Now if we're doing so, we're not pressing right to the wall. We're getting a sensation of pulling out of the hip and down. Okay, moving the flesh of the thigh out of the hip sockets and guiding the knees toward the wall. Send the breath into the hips. What's your jaw doing? Let's just not shake the head from side to side. Let's slide that chin on in as if we were sliding a book into a bookshelf. Okay, we're going to keep one knee here and we're going to extend out with the left leg. So we're kind of half Baddha Konasana. And again, you can continue to guide that thigh out of the hip socket and the knee toward the wall. And we're going to press that left heel into the wall. We're going to keep that leg nice and active. Engage the thigh. Inhale. And exhale, release that thigh. We still want the toes away from the wall. Let's inhale and engage. Hold. Exhale, release it. And just see if that allows that engagement and release. Just see if that allows for a little more space. And we're not pushing into more space. We're kind of inviting ourselves into more space. Inhale to engage those thigh muscles. Engage the glute. And exhale to release. You might notice your heel sliding a bit down the wall. Okay, well let's just release that leg and we're going to take the right knee into the chest and we're going to put the sole of the right foot against the wall. We're going to still press our sit bone toward the wall. It's not going to stay. That's okay. And we're going to guide that right knee toward the armpit. So the thigh is coming along the side ribs. Okay. So we're in kind of a half happy baby with our right and extended on our left. The sacrum should more or less be stable. You're probably having a little bit extra weight on the left side. That's okay, but just have the intention of balancing out here. And breathe. Fill the belly with every breath. Feel the surrender through the back of the head, the shoulders, the ribs, all the way down through the hips with every exhale. Okay, on our next inhale, let's draw that leg in. Just kind of slide it along the wall. Scoot, 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 scoot. Let's meet the knees together. Hug them in. Tuck the chin. Let's bring both knees out again to Baddha Konasana. And then extend the right one out. Again, on the left, we can keep extending the thigh bone out of the socket as we guide the knee toward the wall. And with the other one, let's extend out through that heel. Our inhale is going to cause us to engage the muscles of the legs. Lift the kneecap toward the hip bone. Engage that thigh. And on the exhale, release. Oh, there goes the heel. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that right leg. Squeeze it in, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Hold the inhale full. Exhale, feel, let the release. One more time. Inhale. Engage the muscles of the legs, particularly the right leg. Maybe the right glute gets involved. Squeeze it in full. Exhale, release. Okay, let's take that left knee in toward the armpit so the thigh comes along the left ribs. So we're in a half happy baby over here. If you're up here like this, no problem. There's no race to get the heel down toward the sit bone. It's just in the intention, the eventual destination. Again, the sacrum is more or less level on the mat. The muscles of the forehead are released. The brow, let the brow be so soft. Let all the little muscles of the face be soft. Take another inhale here. And exhale, guide that foot on in. Scoot, 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 scoot. Both feet, both knees into the chest. Squeeze the knees together. Squeeze them together. Roll the sit bone back toward the wall. Press, 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 press. And let's extend. Okay. Let's flex those feet pretty powerfully toward our nose. And we're going to step the right foot on top of the left toe. Keep the sit bone and the tailbone rolling back toward the wall, down toward the ground. Okay? Now if you have pretty open hamstrings, maybe you can grab a sock. Maybe this isn't quite enough for you, so you can grab a sock or a tie or a strap if you have it, and loop it over the balls of the toes. Okay? And draw that foot toward the head. Again, we're rolling the sit bone. The sacrum is steady on the mat. Old ties are perfect substitute straps. Breathe into the back of that right leg. Completely inhabit the experience. Okay, we're not, if we have a strap, we're not gripping it, we're just holding it gently. Inhale here. Exhale, let's release the heel back to the wall. Separate the feet, rock the toes, rock the ankles. And then set up on the other side. Let's pull the toes toward the nose. Thighs are engaged. And let's set the left heel on the right big toe. Breathe into the back of the left leg now. Often when we're confronted with our hamstrings, we have a tendency to kind of recoil from the experience, get frustrated. Let's flip the script on that internal critic. And say, oh, my hamstrings. Thank you, hamstrings, for carrying me through this life journey so far. We've gone many miles together. Thank you, thank you. And breathe a little love back there. Your body's perfect. Your hamstrings are perfect. you want to go a little deeper, use your sock, your father's tie, your husband's tie, and just draw that foot a little closer to the face. Let the shoulders be so heavy, hanging toward the mat. Inhale here. And exhale, release. Separate the feet, rock the toes. Okay, so from here, we're going to take that right foot and cross it over the top of the left knee. Okay, we're going to guide that right knee out, and just like we did with Baddha Konasana, we're going to guide it out and toward the wall. So not just straight toward the wall, but kind of away and to the wall. This may be enough. If you want to move a little deeper, we're going to slide that left foot along the wall. And the tailbone's going to come up. That's okay, but we have the intention of rolling it back toward the wall. Breathe into that right hip, the right glute. Hips hold a lot of tension, a lot of emotion. Gets bound up into the tissues. Let's just take nice deep breaths and completely embrace the sensation. Be present for it, using the breath as our vehicle. We're just going to follow the breath into the areas of sensation around the hip, and we're just going to notice where it arises. Notice its shape, notice its intensity. We're not going to give in to our fight-flight response. We're going to stay right in the thick of things, right in the thick of the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, let's come back up. Release that leg. And set up on the other side. Left outer blade of the left foot. We're going to keep flexed through the ankle. And guiding the left knee toward the wall. Want to move deeper, we're going to slide the foot along the wall. And this may be a totally different experience for you. Despite our symmetry in appearances, there's a lot of stuff going on that's not symmetric in our bodies, and here is probably a clear indication, the openness of one hip versus another. And just notice it. You don't have to assign a value like, oh, my right hip is good and my left hip is bad. Just notice where you are, where your body is. From a place of indifference, just noticing, just observing. Bring the breath as if it were your headlamp as you were excavating the caverns of the hips. Bring some intelligence into places of the body we don't normally draw attention to until they bother us. Inhale here. Exhale, slide that leg back up, release the left leg. Let's give them a shake. Now separate out the legs wider than hip width apart. Slide the feet on down. And let's come into full happy baby or wall squat. You can stay here, kind of guiding, pressing in the shins. Maybe you want to reach up to the sky. Nice stretch, pressing the sit bones, pressing the soles of the feet into the mat. And let's let the arms come down alongside the body. We're going to extend out through our heels so we get wide-legged stance, as wide as we can go. An option to just stay here and passively let gravity open the hips for you. There's another way to help release the muscles of the hips, and that's on an exhale, we're going to lift the head and draw the heels away from the wall. Drop the navel and exhale, release. Inhale, head lifts, tilt the pelvis up, tailbone comes off the ground. Exhale, release back. Inhale, coil in, hold, engage those muscles of the thighs. Exhale, lower. And see if there's any kind of release going on. Do the heels slide a little bit down toward the ground? If not, that's okay. But you might notice a sense of opening that you didn't have before. Again, let the back of the neck be nice and long. And from here, let's bring our knees in, bring the feet together. Maybe we help it out with our hands. Okay. And keep the knees bent. We're going to bring our hands along the floor. And just like we did when we lifted our pelvis, well, we're going to do that all the way up into bridge against the wall. Okay? So, to do that, let's adjust our feet, knees hip width apart, arms alongside the body. Let's tuck our shoulder blades underneath. And we're going to press the pelvis up. And we're going to lower it back down again. Press it up, see if you can come a little bit further. And lower it down. Okay. Press it up again, and let's see if you can press it so high that you can roll onto your shoulder blades. And you can feed your back up so that the hips are coming over the shoulders. Okay, come onto your toes even to keep pressing the pelvis above the shoulders. Sink in here. Now the chest is coming pretty strongly into the chin. That's okay. But also note if you have space under your neck. There should still be, you shouldn't have pressure in the middle of the neck. All the pressure should be in the head and along the shoulder line. Let's take one more inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower down. See if you could just vertebra by vertebra uncoil. Sacrum comes down last, and release the legs. Let's bring those knees into the chest. Squeeze them together. Arms come out to a T. Palms face down. Inhale here, and as we exhale, just walk those feet over to the left. Let's roll onto the left hip, but both shoulder blades stay on the mat. If it's okay for the neck, go ahead and look out over the right arm. So we get this lovely twist from the base of the spine, through the lumbar, through the upper back, and all the way out the crown of the head. Send the breath through every little step of the staircase of your spine. So even though the sit bones are away from the wall at this point, have the intention of pressing your sit bones toward the wall. On your next inhale, let's walk the feet back up to center. Set ourselves up again. You might want to scoot back in toward the wall. And on an exhale, we're going to rotate the other way. And the gaze can come out over the left arm. Melt yourself into the mat. Every point of contact between you and the earth is a receptacle for every exhale, just melting in. One more inhale. And exhale back to center. Let's reach our heels up one more time. Reach up overhead. Stretch, 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 and relax. Okay, we're gonna come we're gonna come away from the wall. We have one more pose to do. Transitioning off the wall. Roll on up. Take a few seconds for the blood to kind of circulate again. We're going to come to facing the wall. Let's let our knees be rather wide. Reach up with the hands against the wall, and then just drag yourself down until you stop. Breathe into the armpits. Reach back with your tailbone. Get a nice arch through the back. Forehead comes toward the wall. We're in extended puppy on the wall. And when you're ready, coming away. Thank you for sharing your journey with me. A nice mellow practice against the wall. If you like this video, please hit like, and if you would like more videos like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you have requests or questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.